day, everyone. So today I will be discussing career management. This is one of the subtopics in human resource management. My name is Edward Aniga, and your classmate. So as an introduction, I will be talking about what career management is concerned with. So first is it should give people opportunities to advance and develop their careers. So what's that about? So it's about promotion, either laterally or vertically, giving people to the opportunity to become a better version of themselves and advance in the organization. Next is to ensure that the organization has the talent it requires. Of course, career management doesn't just take care of the people, you know, it also takes care of the organization. So other components of career management include learning and development opportunities, career planning, and management succession planning. So these are some of the things that we will discuss later. So one of the aims of career management is to help people reach their full potential and have a successful career, right? So with career management, as employers, we help people achieve, their best to contribute better to the company. So what is good for the employee theoretically is also good for the organization. Okay? And if they are successful, the organization would likewise succeed. So another goal is to give employees activities and experiences that would prepare them for whatever level of responsibility that they would be given. So what happens in sometimes, sadly, in reality, is people are given responsibilities that they are not prepared for, that they are not ready with, because the organization did not prepare them, did not give them the activities and the experiences that would prepare them. But uh, in theory, you know, employers should prepare these talents for the next level of responsibility that they will handle. So one important talent management policy is to make sure that there is a flow of talent that creates and keeps the required pool of talent. What does this mean? So yes, we hire the correct people, uh, that there are the talents that the organization needs, but also actually more importantly, to be able to keep those talents, right? So to keep the flow of talent and to keep and maintain those talent. So career management helps the organization achieve these goals. Okay, so let's see how career management can help organizations achieve these goals. So career management calls for an approach that explicitly takes into account both organizational needs and employee interests, meaning there should be a balance between what the organization needs and how the employee would be satisfied within the organization. Actually, not just satisfied, but succeed, and advance. Uh, so it encompasses the following, from recruitment to personal development plans to lateral moves to giving them special assignments locally or even internationally, giving them development positions, career bridges, and support for employees who want to develop. So it calls for creativity in identifying ways to provide development opportunities and in consequence, enhance employee loyalty. So, um, in theory, you know, if employees are given opportunities to develop themselves, to make them feel that they are improving, that they are not stagnant, that also enhances employee loyalty to the organization. So, what's the process of career management? So, we have career management policies. Uh, from there, we create talent audits. Right? So, how do we create talent audits? We need demand and supply forecasts of talents. We need to be able to forecast the, the people that we need for the organization. Likewise, we perform potential and performance assessment to be able to have talent audits. Once we have performance and potential assessment, we will be able to create a succession planning. How and who would be promoted, right? Or who would be next in line up to a certain position. Then with that, we can also do career planning for almost everyone in the organization, how they would advance their careers within the organization. And after all that, we would be able to create development processes and programs, including trainings and other programs that would help employees advance. So the company must decide whether it makes or buys talented people. So what does this mean? Sometimes you already have the right people in the organization. We just need to train them. In short, to create talent within the people that we already have. Although sometimes we also need to rely on external recruitment. We need to recruit externally, from other companies, perhaps from other organizations. So if we recruit high performance who are good at their jobs, then the company will prosper, especially if they get promoted. So that's one career management policy, okay? Either to make or buy talented people, meaning to develop within or to recruit externally. So training managers for a future that may never come is considered futile. At least, no, at the that's what people might be thinking, no. But um, a structured career management approach would be or can be developed with long-term career planning. What does it mean? We need to have an approach, that is already that is set up so that we can have career planning for everyone, a long-term career planning for the employees. So to be able to do this, we do these things like performance and potential assessments, uh, identify or confirm talent, to create high flyer programs, and planned job moves. So the movement of talents within the organization that is planned. So sometimes we may encounter managers that have tattooed. They may have performed really well in the past, but is currently not doing so well. Right? So sometimes what we can do is provide for steps to reshape their careers so they have challenging work. Right? Uh, Sometimes you don't even need to promote them, but just give them challenging work. Maybe they become uninterested, with what they're doing. even though before they were really performing well. Okay. Alternatively, policy may need to encourage some managers to change careers. So sometimes perhaps it's no longer about being uninterested with work, right? But maybe they really need to change careers. So a career counseling should be provided. Right? Sometimes you may even need the help of outplacement consultants. Perhaps this manager might want to totally move out of the organization. So another thing that we need to do with career management is talent audits. So with talent audits, we assess talent stocks and demand flows, what the talent that we already have and the talent that we may need later on, right? Based on demand and supply forecasts. So the organization should forecast the kind of people, the kind of talent that we might need, eventually. So they help with succession and career planning also once we have a credible demand and supply forecast. So another thing that we need to do is a performance and potential assessment. So this is designed to identify training and development needs, suggest career paths, and identify promotion candidates. Right. Performance assessment, meaning we assess the current performance of the employee. Potential assessment, what else can they do? Where else can they go? And how else can they be promoted? So managers can assess potential formally after a performance review. So the performance review isn't just used to know how an employee performed during the past immediate time frame. It can also predict when people will be promoted and how far they will go. So, meaning we use performance review also to know, um, how else can they advance, where else can they go, and how far. Right? Although, it is difficult to predict future performance, especially if it involves management. For one, we really don't know what's going to happen. What type of problems that may arise later on. However, without planning, it'll be even more difficult when you don't know your employees. So at the very least, you know how employees performed and how they may perform later on. So whatever condition or problems that may arrive, you have somehow a framework on where to put or place these people. So a demand and supply forecast is it's part of planning, no? It's part of planning. Um, Usually, larger organizations would form modeling. With modeling, because it allows for sensitivity analysis of future assumptions. What does it mean? So it answers the question, what if? Right? What if this happens? What kind of people do we need? Right? What if this happens? Who within the organization should handle this? So, with demand and supply forecast, you can somehow already place those who are already in or within the organization if in case a certain uh, person leaves or a certain condition arises. Right? Or you can also forecast that you need to recruit externally. So that's another thing that demand and supply forecast can answer. So with a large database of flows, attribute requirements, including person specifications, performance and social assessments, expert systems can be used. So once you've already done everything that I discussed earlier, including talent audits and performance and potential assessments, so these data can be used in a career management system like ExecuGrow. So that's an example. I'm sure there are others and newer ones. So these systems can link opportunities to personal attributes, allowing career advisors to match personal attributes to available opportunities. So there is even a system, an application when the opportunities within the organization can be matched to a specific person. So that can be used for career planning and career management. So with succession planning, you know, we try to answer three basic questions. Number one, right, are there enough potential successors available? A supply of people coming through who can take key roles in the longer term? So this question is about do we have enough talents within the organization? And later on, if people leave, can they be replaced within? Number two, are these people good enough? Can they replace the current people who are doing these jobs at present? Okay. And number three, do they have the right skills and attributes for the future? So can they handle, do you think that they can handle what, eventually the types of problems that demand and forecast have identified? Do they have the right skills and attributes? Okay. So something like this, no, especially was this can be especially useful during the time when uh, it people were transitioning from manual work, manual programming to something more computerized, right? So many people didn't have the right skills and attributes. Right? So talent audits, supply and demand forecasts, and performance and potential reviews can all contribute to succession planning, right? Especially in large organizations. It would help really on how to formalize succession planning. And one thing that can help with succession planning is a management succession schedule. So how does this look like? So this is a succession planning or management succession schedule. So we have the name, the current position, when is the person due for replacement, the performance rating, and the potential assessment rating. So if promotable, to what position and when, right? And who can replace these people? So first choice and second choice, their current positions and possibly when, right? So with this, now we can easily or somehow identify who and when can people be promoted and when people might leave. So there we have an immediate plan as to what will happen if someone leaves. So career planning takes all the data from the organization's needs, performance, and succession plans and turns it into an individual career development plan and general management development, career counseling, and mentoring plans. How? Remember, look at this. So we already have the potential successor. So you can already somehow identify what kind of trainings that they need to go through. Right. So because you already have identified the potential successors. So that is part of succession planning. So still on career planning, this can be defined in terms of what people need to know and be able to perform work at increasing levels of responsibility or contribution. So what I will show you later are competency bands. So these are used uh, to achieve competency level that is defined, resulting in a career map with aiming points for individuals. So how does this look like? So um, you have, for example, a definition for a competence band one. Right? So for competence band one, there is a basic training and experience. So the person concerned needs to achieve a certain aiming point. Right? So once the person has achieved this, he will go through another training that would be of a little higher in responsibility. So there is a continuation training and experience until the person reaches this aiming point. After which, right, the training would continue to advanced training and experience within the same responsibility but increasing level. So still on the same competence band, but with an increasing level of responsibility. And lastly, this is the career paths in a career family structure. So within an organization, there are several career families. So this is career family A, career family B, career family C. So someone in career family A can be moved to the same level in career family B. Or the person can also be moved to the second level in another career family. So if he is a supervisor here, he can be a manager here, for example. So from level two, the person can go up or moved also to another career family. So same until here. So from level four, you know, he can go up or he can be moved to another career family with a higher position. Okay. Okay. But if you notice, no, uh, this career path in a career path structure is not encouraging uh, it's not encouraging that someone from another career family would be at the top level in that career family. So it seems to be saying that someone, for example, if this is the vice president for this career family, you know, he cannot go and become the president in another career family, right? So perhaps because uh, he might not know what's happening below, right? So that's possible. So that's why at least no, in this structure, the suggestion is up until here, he can still go up until here, he can go up or move move in another career family, but to a higher position. Right. Right. So with that, I will continue the report on our topic later. Thank you very much for listening. See you.